Hello, in a few minutes time I'm going outside to shoot a further square foot bucket garden update. I'm going to do a potato reveal and a parsnip reveal. But first let me quickly bring you up to speed. The first screenshot you're going to see now is the square foot bucket garden as assembled. The second screenshot is my first update a few weeks later. The third screenshot is a few more weeks later. The fourth screenshot is a few more weeks later still, followed by some close-ups of the vegetables and a short clip showing some vegetables being harvested. Over this period of time I've been taking mint, lettuce, chives and wild strawberries. Hope you enjoyed that introduction. Now let's go outside, have a look at the square foot bucket garden and do that potato and parsnip reveal. Come on, let's go. Okay, I'm going to go around the bucket garden now and point out the veggies, the herbs, the fruit we've got growing in the bucket garden, and hopefully if this rain keeps off, because it's starting to spit, we'll do that reveal that I promised you, the potatoes and the parsnips. I'm particularly looking forward to this reveal because the potato is a variety that's far too big to be in a small bucket like this, and parsnips, well, I've never known parsnips growing anything as small as a 10-inch bucket, so I'm looking forward to seeing what's in that 10-inch bucket. Okay, let me take you around this square foot bucket garden. Here we've got some lettuce. We've been eating lettuce for a number of weeks now. Here we've got some green onions, some spring onions. We've been taking those for a number of weeks now. This is a bucket of carrots. The carrots aren't ready yet, so we won't be taking those today. This is some celery. The celery isn't ready yet, but it's looking really good. There are 4 heads of celery in that 10-inch water bucket. This is some mint. We've been taking mint for quite a while now as we've needed it. I've got 4 leeks growing in this bucket, and these leeks are looking quite good. In this bucket we've got some chives growing. The chives have seen better days, but they're still eatable and we're still eating those chives. And in this bucket we have some more lettuce, and these are resources that we've actually eaten a number of lettuce out of this bucket. I've actually planted some more lettuce in that bucket. These are some beetroot I've got growing. You would see in that earlier clip that we actually harvested some beetroot. Well, the beauty of a square foot bucket bed is that when you take one bucket out, you can replace it with another bucket, and that's exactly what I've done. So we've got some more beetroot growing in this square foot bucket bed now. This is the potato we talked about. This is a potato called Sapo Mira. It's already flowered, the flowers have disappeared, and some of the leaves are starting to turn at the bottom. So we're going to harvest that potato very shortly. You won't have seen these, and they're obscured by the other vegetables in the bed, but these are some of those banana shallots. Z-burn banana shallots. This is a new addition to the bed. I think this probably replaced something like Swiss chard, which had bolted. I showed you that in the last video. 4 onions. These onions have all bolted. I've nipped the seed heads out and I'm just going to let those go and see what we get. This is the parsnips. This bucket looks as though it's drying out, and I would normally water these today, but we're going to harvest them anyway, so there's no point in doing that. I've got an empty bucket in here that you can't see. I just need to get something else in this square foot bucket bed to replace some of the vegetables that have already been harvested. This is a new addition to the bed. This is some giant red celery. The celery over the other side is Victoria. This is giant red. Now the giant red celery in my raised bed has all bolted. It's all gone to seed. So I don't know what to expect with this, but hey, we'll run with it. And these are my wild strawberries. Okay, and we've had quite a few of those, and there's quite a few still on this plant. Yeah, so they're the wild strawberries. Okay, let's not hang about. Let's get this potato plant out. Let's get these parsnips out, and let's do a reveal. Come on. Okay, I've got the potato in the barrel, as you can see. We're just going to take the top off it now, and then we'll drop this bucket into this barrel, see what we've got. Throw these down the garden, tidy up later. Okay, Sapo Mira, no date, so I don't know how long that Sapo's been in here. Just one potato, and it doesn't look as though I've added any fertiliser to this bucket, but I may have, just haven't recorded it. Oh, excuse me. Oh, hello, there's another ticket. What's this? Maris Piper. I have a feeling that I've harvested Maris Piper from this bucket. I've recharged the bucket with the same soil. I've probably added fertiliser, and then I've planted this Sapo Mira. That's a best guess. That's a best guess. So I think this bucket and this soil has already delivered Maris Piper this year, and now hopefully it's going to be delivering Sapo Mira. How's that for a quick turn round? Oh yeah, can you see it? We've got one at least. There's one. Hey, that's a big lad, isn't it? Funny shaped. I'm sure if we look at that potato long enough, it'll look like something. What do you reckon? What does that look like to you? Does it look like anything? Let me turn it round. Does that look like any... Hey, what about that? Boy, that's a face surely. An eye, and a nose. What do you think? Well, pop that on there. An eye, a nose and a moustache. Right, okay, let's put that to one side. See if there's anything else in here. Well, I've got to tell you, we're happy with that. I'm guessing there's over half a pound of potatoes there, maybe 3/4 of a pound of potatoes. And that's the second harvest from this soil. Right, let's put these to one side. Let's do that, let's do those parsnips. These are the parsnips. I'm going to try and take all 4 in one go out of this bucket. You've never seen 4 parsnips harvested in one go before, I'm betting, and you've certainly never seen them grown in as small a bucket as this. Let's see if we can do this. Oh yes, it's coming. Yeah, it's coming. Yeah. I think we've got it. Wow. How's that? Now then, let's see if we can bump this soil off. I've done this with carrots. I'm not too sure I can do it with parsnips. Okay, let's see if we can bump the soil off. Whoa. Oh yes. Oh. Yeah, we're getting a reveal here, aren't we? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take these leaves off. It just makes life a bit easier. Okay. And these are going where the potato tops went, down the garden. And we'll recover them later. Get out of it. Right. Now then. Well, hey, come on. There isn't a lot of parsnip there, but I'll tell you what, there is some parsnip there. Isn't there? I think this is worth doing. This one isn't as big, but there is some parsnip there. Let's have a look at this guy. I don't think these parsnips are a stump-rooted variety, but for the purposes of this video, this is a stump-rooted variety of parsnip. Hey, look at that. Come on. From a 10-inch water bucket. In a square foot bucket garden. Parsnips. And not another vegetable disturbed. I've just harvested 4 parsnips. Not another vegetable in that square foot bucket garden disturbed. You try and do that in a conventional square foot garden. A potato harvested. Nothing else disturbed in that square foot bucket garden. You try and do that in a conventional square foot garden. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give these a wash up. We'll lay them all out in this batter and then we'll call it a day. These are the 4 parsnips. They're looking good, aren't they? From a 10-inch water bucket, 4 parsnips. Let's get the potatoes. There's the potatoes. We've left that gap deliberately. You know who's coming there, don't you? Hey, who's this fella? Who is he? Do you recognise him? I'll get you a close-up on this big guy and then we'll call it a day, but hey, come on. This is worth doing. Square foot bucket gardens. 10-inch water buckets. Come on. If you've got an area 4 foot by 4 foot where you can stand 16 of these 10-inch water buckets, you can be doing this. You can be doing this. Okay, let's get you a close-up on this guy. Well, this potato definitely looks like somebody. I just can't for the life of me think who it is. What about you? Do you think this potato looks like somebody you know? Let us all know. Let's have a laugh. Let us all know who you think this potato looks like. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. We'll do another. We've still carrots to come. We've still celery to come. There's still lots growing in the garden. But we've not taken any celery or carrots yet. So we don't know how they'll turn out. But hey, so far so good. Would you agree? Okay. This is Homegrown Veg, signing out.